Good morning and welcome to another video. Lately, I've been trying to start my mornings a little slower. Before opening my computer, before checking my phone, before thinking about everything I have to do, I simply walk. I love watching the sun come up, listen to the birds, and for a little while, I remember that inspiration doesn't always arrive at the desk. Sometimes it begins outside, sometimes it begins in silence. I don't usually talk this openly. Most of the time, I share the finished illustration, the products, the pretty photograph. But there is another side to being an artist that we don't always talk, we don't always see. And I wanted to share that today. People often imagine being an artist as spending all day painting or drawing. And yes, those moments exist. They are beautiful, but today, being an artist means wearing so many different hats. You become the illustrator, the product designer, the photographer, the videographer, the editor, the marketer, the small business owner, the person answering emails, packaging orders, managing your website, planning launches, creating content, learning about algorithm, trying to understand social media, and somehow finding this time to actually make art. Sometimes I laugh because I realize that drawing itself is only a small part of the week. Being in front of a camera is one of my hardest parts for me. Filming my life, talking about my artwork, I always felt much more comfortable letting my illustration speak for me. A drawing feels safe, a video feels vulnerable, because suddenly people aren't only seeing what I create, they are seeing me. And I still struggle with that. There are days when I record something, watch it back, and wonder if I should delete everything. There are days when I question whether anyone really wants to hear what I have to say. Maybe some of you feel that way too. Not only with art, but with sharing any part of yourself. Something I've been learning is that creativity doesn't always begin with making. Sometimes it begins with making space, creating a shelf, organizing a corner of your studio, lighting a candle, putting your tools back where they belong. These little rituals help quiet my mind. They remind me that creativity isn't only about producing, it's also about preparing. Recently, I've been catching up on my journal. Life came busy, so busy in fact that May and June were still waiting to be documented. For a while, I felt guilty about it, like I had somehow fallen behind. There isn't really a deadline for remembering your life. Your memories wait for you. Every photograph I print, every little note, every tiny moment I glue onto these pages is a reminder that an ordinary day can become meaningful if we choose to notice it. I think that's one of the greatest gifts that art has given me. It has taught me to pay attention. Being creative isn't only about making beautiful things, it's about learning how to see, seeing the light through your window, the flowers growing on a morning walk, having a cup of tea, a quiet afternoon, texture of an old paper, the smell of a book, the sound of rain. These moments seem so ordinary until one day you realize they become your happiest memories. Sometimes people ask me where I find inspiration. The truth is, I don't think inspiration is something you find. The more attention you give to everyday life, the more beautiful it becomes. Today, I'm preparing for July. a fresh page, a new month, and I love that feeling, not because everything suddenly changes, but because it reminds me that we can always begin again, no matter how messy the previous month felt, no matter how behind we think we are. We can always turn the page, literally and figuratively. I also wanted to say something to anyone watching this who dreams of creating. Whether you are an illustrator, whether you are a writer, a poet, a photographer, or someone who's quietly making and creating things after work, please do not compare your beginning to someone else's middle. The internet has a way of showing us polished moments, beautiful studios, perfect routines, successful launches, but behind every one of those moments are years of uncertainty, years of learning, mistakes, self doubt, starting over. I still experiencing those things, probably more often than you imagine. And maybe that's okay. Maybe confidence isn't something you achieve before creating. Maybe confidence isn't something that slowly grows because you keep creating anyway. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this video, is that creativity doesn't have to look extraordinary. It can begin with a walk, with opening a notebook, with pressing a flower between the pages of a book, with noticing the morning light, with making something simply because it makes your heart feel a little lighter. I hope wherever you are, you find a little beauty in your everyday life, and I hope you keep creating. I'll see you in the next one.